Have you ever wondered what one of the largest suburbs / cities in the greater Grand Rapids area is? Well, hey everybody, I'm here to tell you today I'm standing in Kentwood, Michigan. Hi everybody, Josh May Group Realtors, Remax of Grand Rapids, and coming to you today on another stop of our Living in Grand Rapids tour, showing you all the great things about living in West Michigan. We're going community to share all the things we love. And here we are in Kentwood, Michigan. I'm gonna break down the location, the geography. I'm gonna break down some businesses. I'm gonna break down recreational activities. Of course, I'm standing right here in one of the many parks in Kentwood. We're gonna wrap up talking about some schools and of course my favorite real estate. So let's get into it. All right, so where is Kentwood, Michigan? Let's get into it. Kentwood is on the southeast side of Grand Rapids. Southeast corridor, it's about 15 minutes from the downtown district. And I wanna kind of chat about the borders. To the west, you're right along Breton Road. All the way to the south, you get to 60th Avenue. Over to the east, you're going over to Patterson Avenue. And to the north, you're stretching all the way up in that Cascade Forest Hills area, right around that Forest Hills Avenue / lake, bordering East Grand Rapids, Forest Hills. So quite a large geographical area. And the thing to note about Kentwood is the convenience of the accessibility. You've got I-96, which touches the east part of Kentwood. You've got M6 running right around the south corridor. You've got M37, which is technically East Beltline Broadmoor, running right up north and south. And then some of the major streets that we've all heard of is 28th Street, which we'll chat about, runs east and west, one of the major retail districts, along with 44th Street. Now, I'll tell you also, Kentwood borders the Gerald R. Ford Airport. That's an important stat. The accessibility to the airport in this location is really important. Kentwood itself is about 20 square miles from a geographical standpoint. There's a population of roughly 55,000. You know, Kentwood was founded in 1967, so relatively new community. All this area used to be the city of Wyoming and city of Grand Rapids combined. In 1967, Kentwood came in, named after Kent County, and said, we want our own community. So a little bit of history there, a little bit of geography there, location, accessibility, and that is definitely what Kentwood has to offer us. All right, so next let's move into some recreational opportunities, activities in Kentwood. There's plenty to talk about, and yes, today I'm standing in one of the mini parks. We're at the East Paris Nature Park. Now, Kentwood has roughly 15 parks in the community. There's 2 trails, and there's 2 trailheads that cover 410 acres of beautiful common space to get out and enjoy. Now, within these 15 parks, you've got 8 picnic and community shelters, so you want to have some large family gatherings, some birthday parties. You've got plenty of space to do that here. There's also 13 miles of non-motorized trails which connect with the Kent County trail system. And one of the most notable trails in Kentwood is the Paul Henry Trail. Now, Paul Henry Trail is a beautiful paved trail that stretches from the 44th Kalamazoo area all the way up to the 60th and Wing Avenue area. And one other thing I want to mention, which would be a great resource for you to check out if you want to know about all the opportunities as far as recreation in Kentwood, go check out Kentwood Parks and Recreation Department. You can find this online. Type it in, Kentwood Parks and Recreation Department, and they're going to have plenty of activities for kids, youth, adults, seniors, camps, you name it. So plenty of recreational activities in Kentwood. All right, so next, what does Kentwood offer from a business perspective? We always like to break down the business, some of the local businesses that you've probably heard about. But I would say one thing you need to understand about Kentwood is Kentwood's definitely known for its retail businesses. And the reason why is 28th Street stretches into a portion of Kentwood. And in 28th Street, you've got the, I don't want to say famous, but everybody knows Woodland Mall. It's been here forever. And around the Woodland Mall area, you're going to have plenty of other retail businesses such as your Lowe's, your Home Depot, anything that you need from a retail perspective. You want to do your car shopping, You know, that's all going to be on the 28th Street corridor, 32nd Street corridor, so tons of retail in Kentwood. Now, if we're looking at some of the more notable businesses in Kentwood, you know, Kentwood's known for manufacturing, industrial space. We've got steel case manufacturing in the Kentwood area. You've got Hayworth, which is also another furniture company. You've got Lax Industries. So those are some big names in the manufacturing department. Now, if you cruise down Patterson Avenue around the 36th Street area, that's where you're going to see a ton of industrial space, a lot of industrial businesses that go along with that manufacturing. So when you think Kentwood, you think retail and you think manufacturing. All right, so let's continue on our Kentwood tour. Of course, we love to talk about schools. And Kentwood, there's plenty to talk about. It's a very large school district. First, I want to talk about the actual district borders. It's a little bit different than the city borders, right? So the city borders stretch a little bit farther north. The school district actually stretches farther south across M6 over to 131. It's quite a large district. Now, within the district, there's 9,300 students. Kentwood is known as one of the largest schools in the state of Michigan and the largest school in West Michigan. As far as the high school goes, there's about 2,000 students between 10th and 12th grade. Now, the student to teacher ratio is 19 students to 1 teacher. And this is my favorite stat I'm going to share with you today. It's voted the #1 most diverse school in the entire state of Michigan, which we think is awesome. There's 10 elementary schools, there's 3 different middle schools, there's 1 freshman center, and there's 1 large high school. And within Kentwood, you know, as far as activities, with a school of this size, you're going to have any opportunity for children as far as club sports, you know, band, robotics, you name it. One other note that I think is interesting, because of course I follow sports, is it's one of the best schools in Michigan for athletes, coming in at #3 in the entire state. So a little bit more information there for you on the Kentwood public school system. Okay, so we always like to wrap it up with a little real estate discussion, of course my specialty, letting you know what can you get in Kentwood for homes. Well, let's start with the average price point. Right now is hovering around $305,000. So it's just a little bit shy of the Kent County average, which is right around $350,000. So we're at $305,000. You know, Kentwood is more of a suburb. You're not going to see a lot of farmland here. Farmland's going to be a little bit more Caledonia, Alto area. Kentwood is a little bit tighter community as far as a lot of the homes were built in the 40s, 50s. You do have some newer developments such as Bailey's Grove around the corner. You've got plenty of condos, plenty of new construction in Kentwood. As I usually say, you can kind of get whatever you want from a housing perspective. Now, the one thing I will say is Kentwood's actually not known for a ton of water. I mean, you've got some parks, you've got some ponds, but as far as some of these communities, suburbs, you don't see a ton of lakes, you don't see a ton of rivers. So hopefully that helps you understand real estate in Kentwood, and make sure to make a comment. There's plenty of you that know about Kentwood. Maybe you're relocating to Kentwood. Ask us a question. We love engagement, and we love that you're here. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're always pushing content, and we'll let you get back to living in Grand Rapids. We'll see you on the next one, guys.